If you're a small business and you're interested to learn more about Faire wholesale, this is the video for you. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you my initial thoughts on Faire after being on Faire for the past 6 months. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sale of Paper YouTube channel. My name is Sarah and I am the founder and the artist behind Sale of Paper. I use calligraphy and playful design to create everyday stationery products. And for the past year, I've been trying to get into wholesale as a way to scale up my business. I started this company in May of 2020, and I've been selling directly to my consumers online. After the first few months, I realized that it was really hard to scale this company up without going into wholesale. Wholesale is basically selling your products to retailers where they can then resell your products to consumers. It's a very different model of business, and because retailers are buying your products in much larger quantities, sometimes it can be a more sustainable way to grow your business as well. When you sell products to wholesale, you end up pricing your products at about 50% of the retail rate, and this allows the retailers to also make a profit from reselling your products at the regular retail rate. So today, I want to share with you the nitty-gritty details about what it's like to sell on Faire. But before we begin today, I want to share with you a very cool sponsor for this video, Ana Luisa. A lot of my studio vlogs are very casual, but sometimes I like to get dolled up. I am currently decked out in Ana Luisa. I've heard about this company before, and I was so excited to try out some of their jewelry pieces. They have a very wide selection of designs and prices. If you're into very minimal jewelry, they definitely have so many dainty little pieces for you. But if you're also into more edgy or loud jewelry, they have tons of options for you as well. Because they have such a large selection, it's super easy to shop Ana Luisa for gifts. The 3 pieces that I chose for today are these earrings, this necklace set, and this gold band right here. These earrings feel so classy, and I've been wearing them for the past few weeks with my casual outfits, and they just kind of elevate your look. They're actually designed by Choi, and she is a Korean vlogger, and I've been following her channel for the past year. She actually also designed this 3-piece necklace set. It's 3 separate chains, so you can wear 1 or 2 or all 3. Today I went full out for this video and put on all 3, and I actually feel so cool. And lastly, I got this gold band. I normally wear my engagement ring with my wedding band. Sometimes I want to go for a more simple look. I also like that I can match my husband, who also has a gold band. This is more like an everyday piece for me. All of my jewelry today is gold plated. Most of their items range from about 70 to 100 Canadian dollars. And this month, Ana Luisa is having crazy sales, so check my link in this video below. Please take advantage of some of these awesome deals. Something else I really appreciate about Ana Luisa is that they are carbon, climate, and water neutral. Their footprint is net zero. They try to give back to initiatives that reduce or eliminate, carbon emissions. They're also trying to increase the amount of recycled raw materials in their jewelry. I love that they're eco-conscious, love their price range, love their selection, and I know you guys will too. All right, let's talk about Faire. Faire is currently the largest wholesale marketplace. They were created in 2017 to connect retailers with brands like myself. When I first found out about Faire, I thought this was just an incredible idea. It's kind of like Etsy in the sense that it's an online shopping place, but instead of customers shopping the brands, it's only stores that are allowed to shop the brands. All prices on Faire are already set to wholesale pricing, so it's about 50% of retail cost. I love that Faire is all about supporting small businesses. Especially in the past few years, we've seen a huge surge in people wanting to support local and small businesses. And so Faire's vision really lines up with what's going on right now. Traditionally, a small business like me would use an agent or a middle person to connect me with different stores in different regions. With Faire, you're eliminating that middle person. And so I think this is going to be really disruptive to the wholesale marketplace. Brands like me would also go to a lot of trade shows to connect with buyers. And with trade shows, there is a really high cost of time and money to be part of those. And so this also eliminates the need to go to trade shows as well. And they've just had huge success in their funding. As I mentioned, they were only founded in 2017 and they are currently valued at $7 billion, which is incredible. So I first applied to Faire November of 2020. So that's a year ago. And I just didn't hear back from them for weeks. I kept emailing their team and I actually applied a second time. I finally heard back from someone and they said I didn't have enough products to meet their cutoff. And so as I grew my products, I just kept applying to Faire every season. And then this summer, I finally heard back from them and they said I was approved. It took me about 3 or 4 applications to finally get approved on Faire. It then took me a month to set up my shop. And then once my shop was set up, it was live for about a month before I saw my first sale. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I was like so excited to be on Faire, and then I didn't see an order for a month. And so got very discouraged. And then after I saw my first sale, orders steadily started coming in. In the first month, I got 2 orders, then 4, then 5, and last month I hit 7 orders in the month. It's not a crazy amount of sales, like it definitely doesn't keep me busy, but the fact that it's slowly and steadily growing is very, very encouraging to me. All right, so that is the context with which we are working with today. First, I want to share the things that I like about Faire. The first one is hands down the easiest reason, and it's that Faire is so good at connecting you to retailers that you normally would never ever be connected with. Most of my orders come from the US, and these are very small shops that I would never have known to reach out to myself. These obviously include gift and stationery shops, but I also find that some Christian bookstores, flower shops, health stores, and even hotels have reached out to me and placed an order. Without Faire, I can confidently say that I would not have my products in some of these stores. It also helps that Faire has over 250,000 retailers on their platform, using their platform, and these retailers are in more than 15,000 cities. And that's a huge audience that Sale of Paper can tap into that I normally would not have been able to. Number 2, Faire is so easy to set up. When I first started out, I was able to bulk upload all my products onto Faire using an Excel sheet, and it took no time to have my products ready to go on their platform. Like Etsy, they also have restrictions on how much you can design and customize your storefront. But for me, I was totally okay with that. I really liked how everything was just set out for me and I just had to fill in the blanks. The third thing I love about Faire is that everything is so centralized. On my Faire dashboard, I can see my products, my messages, my orders, my finances, literally everything I need to see to run a wholesale business all in one platform. The workflow is pretty intuitive and automatic, and I can easily fulfill orders with just a few clicks. Faire also recently launched a top shop feature where it gives you a checklist for ways to optimize your site. And I personally find this very useful because I don't have to think about how to optimize SEO or my listings. It kind of just lays it all out for me, and I just have to go through each one and make sure that my shop is ready to go. Another very, very big pro about using Faire is that it really protects you as the brand. Because Faire is playing the middleman, they are able to handle all the payments for you. Traditionally, you would have to reach out to the stores and make sure that they're paying you on time. But with Faire, you are paid exactly 30 days after the order is placed. The retailers are able to pay 60 days after they place the order. Faire is handling all the money in and out, and so you're guaranteed payment. Faire also handles all the returns. That means that if a retailer isn't happy with their order, Faire will accept the return and give them a refund, and I am left totally out of the picture. Because we're working on Faire's terms and conditions, it makes it really easy to handle any disputes or conflicts. Another reason I like Faire is that they have great incentives. Sometimes Faire will stack discounts on top of the ones that you're offering as well. So this really incentivizes buyers. And I know that if you're a new retailer on Faire, you can get $200 off your first order. And lastly, I find Faire's brand guidelines very useful. They have separate guidelines for brands and retailers on their shop, and so if I have any questions, a lot of the answers are usually found in the guidelines. It's basically like an FAQ, and I think their website is really pretty, really well made, and overall a pleasure to use. All right, let's get into the juicy bits, the things I do not like about Faire. Number 1 is that their commission fee is very, very high. Faire takes 25% of all first orders and then 15% of any recurring orders. That is a very high percentage when you think about the fact that your products are already marked down to 50% of retail cost. However, I have found this commission fee to be okay because if I was using an agent, I would have to pay them a commission fee anyway. And because of Faire's network, I haven't had to spend any money on marketing. So that's how I justify the commission fee. The other thing to note though is that Faire does force you to do keystone pricing. Keystone pricing is 50% of your retail price. With wholesale, you don't always have to offer your prices at 50% of retail. It could be 60%, 75%, whatever makes sense for your profit margin. However, because Faire forces you to do 50%, I am losing a lot of profit on some of my items, such as my tote bags, which are really expensive for me to manufacture. My solution for that is to just not list those expensive items on Faire. Now, the second thing I don't like about Faire is something that I read a lot about in other reviews, and I wholeheartedly agree after being on this platform for a few months. And it's that it seems like Faire favors buyers over brands. Faire is constantly pushing brands to put on promos, discounts, things to incentivize buyers to buy from us. But like I mentioned, discounts are so hard for brands to do, especially when it's already to a wholesale audience. It also kind of makes the buyers always expect a sale. There's always a sale happening. There's other shops that are running sales. And this is just not sustainable for a small business like me. I definitely can't keep offering 15 or 20% sales when I'm already selling my products at 50%. Another feature that Faire has is called Faire Protection. And this allows retailers to have brand exclusivity for 90 days. So what that means is if a retailer buys from you, anyone else in their zip code that wants to buy from you won't be able to for 90 days. This is good because this eliminates competition in neighborhoods and stuff like that. But I think this really only benefits the retailer. Sometimes people only order one type of card or one type of ornament from my shop. All the other shops in their area are just not able to see me in their searches. I think this could really potentially hurt my business, especially if that retailer is located in a hotspot. Another challenge with Faire is that it's really hard to vet buyers. I only see a retailer when an order is made from me. It's very, very transactional, and there's no way for me to kind of explore other retailers or see what other things that they've bought. The information given to us is very limited. It's also really hard to curate the type of shops you want your product to be sold in when literally anyone on Faire can buy from you. I have nothing against the hotels or the flower shops or the health and well-being shops that I've bought from me. I'm actually really happy that they are now my retailers. But if I wanted to curate my brand in a certain way, or if I was a luxury brand, it would be impossible to curate your brand on Faire. There's also no outreach programs, so there's no way for me to contact shops or see what kind of retailers are shopping on Faire. I also find that Faire has a big lack of community. Like I said, everything's very transactional and it's so hard to build relationships on Faire, whether it be with other brands or retailers. The platform doesn't allow me to explore other brands on Faire or check out other people's storefronts. All I've seen is just my own storefront and my own catalog. I can also only message people through the Faire app, so it's really hard to maintain a relationship when it's just through that app. I personally feel like I have a way better relationship with my retailers who have bought from me outside of Faire. It's also hard to have people reorder from your shop to create like a long relationship with the store because the first order is just so incentivized. And so once that incentive is gone, I do find that second and third orders are much harder to come by. And lastly, the Faire customer service is quite slow. I don't know if this is something that they're going to improve over time because clearly they are just exploding right now and I'm sure that they're making a lot of changes. But I kind of felt ghosted during the application process and this was super discouraging. I also find that when I have a question for Faire, it takes them at least a full day to answer my question, which is quite slow compared to other platforms like Squarespace and Shopify. All right, so I hope this helped you. I just want to share some closing thoughts on Faire. I think Faire is doing an amazing job and I am so proud and happy to be on this platform. I think they're truly disrupting what wholesale could look like. They're doing an amazing job of connecting retailers to brands and I love that it's all about small and local businesses. That being said, wholesale is very, very personal. It's very important to maintain relationships with your buyers. And so even though Faire is an awesome platform, I would always encourage you to reach out to stores directly if you can. And just like any other platform, it's important to diversify. Don't just put all your eggs in the Faire basket because Faire is constantly changing and you never know when their terms and conditions might hurt your business. If you have any questions on Faire, I would be happy to answer them. Just leave them in the comments below. And don't forget, one last time, if you like the jewelry that I wore in this video, please click the link in the description box below. Ana Luisa is having their biggest sale of the year right now. And so I just really want to make sure that you guys get the best deal that you possibly can. I am in love with these pieces. I will also link which ones these are in the description below. Thank you guys for watching another video. If you like this kind of content where I am sitting here and talking to you, let me know. I'll try to do more informative videos like this one. But until then, I will see you very, very soon. Thanks, guys.